At 6, it's not your typical bar. This one is an IV drip bar. That's right, it drips vitamins directly into your arm. The new service is being provided by a Rhode Island doctor, and already quite a few patients have signed up.
Is it safe? Does it work? We sent Allison Bologna to find out in this special assignment report. Allison?
In full disclosure, I didn't try it myself, but the doctor who administers it uses it when he needs an energy boost. And we met quite a few people who swear by it, all for very different reasons.
I started the drip bar last summer with him.
Meet Marianne Brandmeier. She says for the past few years, she just wasn't feeling well and wanted to try something different.
Before, I was extremely tired.
And then there's Maria. She was diagnosed with stage 4 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma 8 years ago. She did one chemo treatment and then opted for this.
At first, she wasn't too crazy about it because it is. I mean, she's the one sitting in the chair for 3 hours. But she sees the difference. She feels good.
Both of these women are now regulars at the Petaruti Center for Life Extension, and they pay out of pocket to get an IV drip filled with what's described as essential nutrients. They're also called cocktails.
Is it safe?
Is it safe? Absolutely. It's non-medicinal. These are vitamins. It is an IV. We do counsel everybody that comes in regarding the risk of any IV. In some cases, lab work is required before they can be administered.
Dr. Stephen Petaruti opened this business after he says he felt the insurance model of delivering health care just wasn't working. He's done and does the concierge doctor model, in which he restricts himself to 200 patients who pay him a flat fee for more access and care. That's not a new model, but unlike other practices in Rhode Island, Dr. Petaruti does not describe to an out-of-state network that manages the overall structure and branding.
I found myself spending probably 30 to 40% of my time administratively adhering to requirements of third parties. Now I spend that time researching, thinking, and with my patient.
That's where the drip bar comes in, which may be new to Rhode Island, but it's not new on the West Coast, and it's not FDA approved. Dr. Petaruti says there are academic studies now measuring outcomes, but
that process, Allison, takes decades to complete. In the meantime, we have people right here and now who need help.
The drips start at $99 for a 15-minute dose, and then they can go up into the hundreds of dollars for 2 or 3 hour drips. We asked if these patients were ever skeptical to try it.
Yes, absolutely. At least when someone says they're going to put something in your vein, you're like, what? How can I think about this?
Maria's daughter Monica says she used to take her mother 3 times a week. Now she comes twice.
She's been doing this for over 2 years, 3 years now. And it's working great for her.
Dr. Petaruti says the drip bar is not intended to be a treatment to replace traditional medicine, but instead a supplement or a support system if a patient chooses, in addition to other procedures. Dr. Petaruti also works in partnership with other doctors, like in the case of a young boy who has been fighting cancer. His story tonight on NBC 10 News at 11. Allison Bologna, NBC 10 News.